The movie begins with a pair of mountain climbers discovering an unexplored cave. Inside, they find ancient paintings depicting humans interacting with dinosaurs, along with messages inscribed on the walls. The scene shifts to Los Angeles, where a military team arrives at the Naval Research Headquarters. They meet Dr. Frank Reno, a military scientist and the program director of the Navy Force, who briefs them on a classified project, the Philadelphia Experiment. He explains that back in 1949, a research team was sent 70 million years into the past to test theories about time travel. However, the mission failed, and the scientists disappeared without a trace. The project had been put on hold until the recent discovery in the cave, which included a message from the lost team. This revelation has prompted the military to revive the project. They plan to send a rescue team back in time to locate the missing researchers and bring them home. When the military team is given the opportunity to join the mission, each member eagerly agrees, feeling both a sense of duty and excitement for the adventure that awaits them. As the military team, along with Dr. Frank, prepares to travel back in time through the portal, the professor distributes medication to help them handle motion sickness and other potential issues. Once everyone is ready, the soldiers line up and step into the time portal, arriving 70 million years in the past. However, they quickly realize that one soldier is missing. Tragically, he has fused with a nearby tree during the transit, leading to his death. Taking charge of the situation, the lieutenant urges the team to push forward despite their loss, emphasizing the need to stay focused on their mission. A short distance away, Dr. Frank sets up a device, expressing relief that it remains undamaged. When asked about it, he explains that the device keeps the wormhole open on the other side, allowing them to return as long as it functions properly. After a short walk, the team arrives at the mountain where the cave paintings were discovered. As they climb, a massive creature startles them, but Dr. Frank reassures them that it is a harmless herbivore. They press on, but soon one soldier is attacked by a deadly plant that sprays acid into his face. He screams in agony and stumbles into a nearby pool of water. The others rush to help but are ambushed by a crocodile. The lieutenant hurries to assist, but they lose another team member in the chaos. Determined not to lose more, he urges the team to proceed cautiously. As they venture further into the wilderness, a soldier named Burke suddenly halts, sensing something hidden nearby. The lieutenant moves forward to investigate and confidently assures the team that there is nothing to worry about. Just then, a dinosaur leaps out and drags him into the thick underbrush. In the chaos, Burke is quickly grabbed by another creature from behind. With each new threat they face, their group continues to dwindle. Every encounter with danger costs them more members, and their situation grows increasingly dire. Seeing the chaos unfold, Manriquez, one of the members, tries to escape, leading the team as they flee. The creature from the woods chases after them. Near the entrance of a cave, another soldier is attacked by a dinosaur. Just when it seems all hope is lost, three figures emerge from the cave, fighting off the dinosaur with stone-tipped spears and bows and arrows. In the midst of the confusion, Dr. Frank darts in a different direction to evade the creature. But as he stops to catch his breath, a dinosaur appears behind him, ready to strike. Just in time, Ruth, a long-lost survivor of the original experiment, rushes in to save him. Ruth leads Dr. Frank to the cave where the other survivors have gathered. They quickly notice that a soldier has been injured by the dinosaur. Eric Reno, another survivor from the original project and Dr. Frank's brother, tells him that only 4 of them are left from the original team of 21. The rest have met grim fates over the past 6 years, which is equivalent to 50 years in their current timeline. Chief Stark, a member from the survivor team, urges the new team to find a safe place to move. They set out cautiously, but soon make a quick stop by a small pond. One of the survivors warns that even if the injured soldier manages to escape, he will likely succumb to infection. Just as they discuss this, a deep growl echoes nearby and everyone scrambles to hide from the approaching predator. The injured soldier bravely tells his companions to leave him behind and save themselves. Though reluctant, the 2 soldiers agree and flee. Moments later, the predator arrives and quickly devours the injured man. One of the soldiers, hidden nearby, reacts by shouting and firing at the creature, but a survivor from the original team pulls him back to safety, urging the team to run. They scramble up into a cave to escape and call the fearsome predator Big Red, acknowledging the danger they face in this prehistoric world. The team spends the night in the cave, sharing stories about their lives back in the real world. One soldier voices his confusion about allowing women to serve in combat. In response, Ruth explains that Betty, another survivor, is a nurse, while she herself is a cook who also kept notes during their time in the wild. As they laugh and tease each other, they reveal that Ruth once had a crush on Dr. Frank, adding a lighthearted moment to the tension. Dr. Frank eventually steps away to talk to Chief Stark. He wanders deeper into the cave and finds him painting on the walls. Dr. Frank comments that those drawings helped the search and rescue team find them. The survivor then asks about his own family back home. With a heavy heart, He shares that his wife has passed away from cancer, and his son is now a grown man, older than he is in fact. This moment deepens their bond as they reflect on the lives they have left behind. Later that night, Dr. Frank spends some time with his brother, Eric. He tries to apologize for the past, but Eric reassures him that what happened is not Frank's fault. In fact, Eric feels fortunate to have experienced things that no one else has ever seen or will ever see. The next morning, as Dr. Frank enjoys a little more sleep, the others prepare to pack up and head back to the portal entrance. Eric gently wakes him, and they all get moving. Eric warns that the creature will pick off the leaders, causing the group to scatter. One soldier expresses his desire to stick with the team he came with, not wanting to lose anyone else. As they make their way back, exhaustion sets in, and they take a short break. One soldier lies down on the ground, prompting Eric to ask Dr. Frank for directions to the entry point. Dr. Frank shares the way, and Eric urges them to keep moving to reach it in time. However, the journey back is fraught with dangers. Suddenly, as another soldier helps the one lying down, a massive bird swoops down and snatches him away. In a panic, the soldier throws a grenade into the sky, hoping to scare off the creature. While it does not harm the bird, it inadvertently awakens Big Red, the ferocious predator. Moments later, the giant bird returns, preparing to attack the group. Eric quickly grabs an arrow and steps up to protect his team from the aerial attack, showcasing his bravery in the face of danger. After several more hours of trekking through the forest, the team finally reaches the device that will help them return to the real world. Dr. Frank quickly gets to work activating the device. When Eric asks about his plans, Frank explains that he intends to initiate the Casimir effect, a fictional approach that uses subatomic particles with negative mass to manipulate space-time and create a stable wormhole. Dr. Frank clarifies that he will use subatomic particles with negative mass to activate it. He clarifies that if they do not close the connection, the weak energy condition will continue to expand the wormhole, potentially consuming everything. To make his decision clearer for the team, Eric tells them that he plans to stay behind to close the portal. The survival team protests his decision, but the military members move confidently toward the portal. Dr. Frank insists that he is the only one who knows how to operate the device. He adds that he has lived in the real world long enough and wants Eric and the others to have their chance to return home. After some reluctance, everyone agrees and steps through the portal. Before Eric leaves, he promises to come back for Frank, even if it takes another 60 years. Ruth follows Eric but pauses at the portal, and Dr. Frank gives her a gentle kiss on the forehead as a farewell. Just as he prepares to close the portal, Big Red charges in, following them through to the portal. At the Naval Research Headquarters, 4 survivors and 2 military personnel emerge from the wormhole, and the atmosphere is filled with celebration. Commander Ellis Dorn, Navy's military leader, approaches the 2 military members and asks about the rest of their team. As they explain that the others did not make it back through the portal, Big Red suddenly bursts into the lab, where everyone is still reveling in their return. Panic ensues as the creature causes destruction around the lab, attacking the lab workers. The military team tries to shoot it, hoping to bring it down, but soon they find themselves running low on ammunition. With no other choice, they decide to hide alongside the others. Hearing the creature drawing closer, Manriquez bolts from his hiding spot in a desperate attempt to escape, but tragically, he is killed by Big Red. Seizing the opportunity, the survivor team, along with Commander Dorn, quickly leaves the lab. However, the dinosaur breaks free from the lab and roams the streets of Los Angeles. Dorn and the 4 survivors, along with the last remaining soldier, resolve to stop it before it causes widespread destruction. They jump into Dorn's parked car and speed off in pursuit of the beast. After a tense chase, the creature follows them for a while before wandering off. They manage to escape and drive to a nearby landing pad, where a Seahawk helicopter awaits. Once on board, Commander Dorn instructs another craft team to search for the dinosaur in the streets of LA. However, they struggle to spot it. Eric suggests that they will not be able to find the creature without heat sensors, as it is ectothermic. The survivors then inform Dorn about their encounter with Big Red, explaining that it has thick skin that is difficult to penetrate with standard ammunition and that it displays intelligence, contrary to the common belief that dinosaurs were not smart. Suddenly, one of the helicopters is attacked by the dinosaur, creating a massive fire in the sky. As the craft swoops down, the 4 survivors jump out to confront the creature. They plan to lure the dinosaur into the 3rd Street tunnel to trap it. As they put their plan into action, the dinosaur chases them into the tunnel. At that moment, a military tank arrives, and a younger Dr. Frank appears, causing the creature to retreat once again. Eric questions the younger Dr. Frank about his arrival, and he explains that in 1950, the wounded Dr. Frank met his younger self, who taught him how to use the time travel technology correctly before passing away. Now, the younger Frank is here to help deal with the dinosaur. Continuing with their plan to distract the creature, Eric steps up to act as bait, intentionally drawing the dinosaur's focus toward the tunnel. As Eric successfully leads the dinosaur into the tunnel, the younger Frank takes advantage of the moment. He quickly aims the device in the dinosaur's open mouth and activates it, sending the creature back to its own time. After successfully completing their mission, young Frank opens a portal to 1950, offering everyone a chance to go home. Ruth and Chief Stark choose to join him on the journey back. However, someone must remain to close the portal. Eric steps forward to volunteer, with his girlfriend Betty, deciding to stay by his side. They exchange a heartfelt goodbye before Frank, Ruth and the other survivors step through the portal. Once they are gone, Eric deactivates the device. In the final scene set in the prehistoric era, the dinosaur is seen fused with a mountain, ultimately meeting its end. This marks the end of their challenging journey, leaving them with the hope of a new beginning.